in Luke chapter 10, in the parable of the Good Samaritan, we read, and we always know the Good Samaritan as this guy who was beaten, thrown on the side of the road, and while he was laying there, a guy passed him up, didn't help him out. Another guy passed him up, didn't help him out. He was bleeding and dying from his wounds, but then this Good Samaritan come by, saw him, and we know it's the guy who picked him up, bandaged his wounds, and took care of him. Right? We always think of that initial instance. We always think of that initial response of helping this guy out, but we always forget in verse 35, and it says that the next day he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. So he brought this dead, dying man to the innkeeper, telling him bandage wounds to heal him, to take care of him. And he said, he gave him the money. He says, take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I come back. This Samaritan man didn't just help this guy up and then take him to the doctor and then just leave him there. He said, no, I will come back, and I'm going to make sure that he is still doing okay. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to make sure that he doesn't need anything else. And so often in the Christian life, we are so worried about getting people saved, getting them to the altar to repent, and then sending them on the way. We don't do anything with it. There is no discipleship. But what I want to tell you is we have to have discipleship. And that's what my whole sermon is about. It's like, what are you going to do now? You've had this experience. You've had this salvation, but what happens next? And are we going to go back and help the people out? Are we going to go back and help out the new believer? Are we going to go back and continuously check up on them?